how are you even zoning this Clockwork out? How do you expect to zone it? I mean, AUI, he's doing his best, but
It tickles.
it tickles pretty much. Zhao Yu. It did move out of the range of that range creep while it was dying, so didn't get all of the experience. And meanwhile, on the other side, look at Tiny.
They're going pretty deep. Snaking has gone on a journey with this creep. Wait, is he stealing creep waves here at this point? I don't even know anymore.
He stole a creep wave, but then he moved it a bit too fast, and he basically he wants to do this, and that's connect the two waves, right?
Yeah.
So that he can deny some as well. But I don't know if this is the right thing to do, because Lina is there, and he will be zoning him out and trying to deny everything.
You do have to be careful because of this type of thing. The problem is there's no creep under tower. There you go. Throw him across now. At least get 2 hits out on him. You want to do that when the new creep wave is coming in, and then it turns into an easy kill. Meanwhile, in the lane, the real lane, not the secondary one, Moon Meander has been left alone versus 2.
He has a lot of creeps pushing in, but he might not be there to enjoy the farm.
If he gets bashed, he most definitely won't. But the farm poison comes out, and DY snatches the kill. And PYW is under the tier 1 tower, but doesn't care.
Snaking does toss him away, saves himself to get some experience.
I think they're going to calm down for a sec, Liz, so we can check in on the mid lane and see how things are going.
Dazzle doing fairly well, 12 CS, 10 CS on the Lash Rack. Obviously, Dazzle has a slight advantage versus most heroes on the mid lane, because you can just spam them with Poison Touch and Shadow Wave as long as you have enough regen. However, on the bottom lane, we might see Snaking.
More deaths. Snaking. That's enough poison. He's dead. This is working out for Vici. They are throwing Clockwork under the bus, but they are not only killing, they're ensuring that Moon Meander stays under the bus with him.
And now when they have dominated that bottom lane, it's time for Lina to move towards top and starts pressuring this lane together with the Clockwork. Actually, I'm surprised he didn't go to catch AUI there in the cogs.
No, they can still get on top of him though. Barrier Assault. Do a lot of damage at least, if not kill him. Curse comes out, but Aoi, one final hit will bring him down, and Envy has to back away.
Yeah, they got him. I actually expected for them to cog him in the first place. This took them some more time, but still, it does work out. Snaking on the mid lane is looking...
Trees are cut down, though. Ori knows. However, he doesn't respond quick enough, and the stun's going to be there. Dazzle doesn't have the shallow grave. He's a four after all, but Brile gets pretty low. Ori says, if I'm going down, you'll come and with me. The Fairy Fire Warfare is underway, and they should both fall. Ori first, Brile will bottle up just in time. The poison does clip. No, 6 HP.
Oh my god, that was so close. Brile does survive in the end. I mean, that's pretty much a play that Dazzle didn't really have to do. I think he had an option there to run back as well, as Brile was going back. However, Brile is going now on the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. Brile doesn't have any mana, and neither does DY. The rune is bot, and both teams should know this. Snaking is guarding it. In fact, he's like, okay, I'm going to spy my own bottle. You're not coming down for any time soon, Lashrak.
Yeah, that's a bit problematic for Brile, but still, having a bottle on roaming Tiny is good. Sometimes it's better to have it only when your mid doesn't bite, right? When your mid is some hero that doesn't necessarily need the bottle, but 2 bottles are fine too.
Tiny's the type of hero that gets huge impact out of that mana pool as well. Just not in the Euros. This feels like it's incredibly hard until you have 6 to kill off this Void. However, gonna try and do so, or at least force out a time walk.
He actually goes in.
Yeah, it's a time dilation. Look how slow Snaking is. If he gets bashed once, there it is. It's gonna be a kill.
Bash, and he gets it, yeah. It was a difficult attempt to go and use all your spells on the Void, and because of that he turns and gets a kill. So we will see Lina and Shadow Demon taking 2 bounty runes, actually 3, so 3 for 1 in the end.
Yeah, Moon Meander will count his lucky stars. He's able to get across there because he was 2 against 1. Meanwhile, on top, Aoi throws out the curse. Zhao Yu needs to back off because Snaking is here as well. The dagger coming through for Envy. The toss across. 1 hit needed, and they'll share the gold. PYW, meanwhile.
There's a rotation on mid lane. Shadow Demon as
They're
well,
all
so
here.
they can set up.
Easy setup for the LSA. And it should be an easy kill with the Poison Touch on top of him. Unless Brile gets a godly stun, but he can't. They all sidestep it and kill him off.
You can see that they were hugging him from every side, plus the illusions going in for that Shadow Heal Bomb. Sadly for them, the Shadow Heal Bomb was still on cooldown. Shadow Wave was on cooldown, that is.
They didn't even need it. And now as a result, with the catapult, they're going to try and push in this tower. And Snaking needs to be careful. Can't get too close. They should be able to get it down to half HP with Kati.
Top lane block is going for Silencer. Yeah, this could be just a solo kill.
Yeah, it looks like it. There's no way to save him. He'll try and break the cogs and move away, but it's too little, too late. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Meander, again, these time dilations from Eurus just screwing him over completely, and Ori even rotates to get the kill.
Yeah, with that double damage, he takes the kill easily, and you can see the comparison between these two offlaners, right? On one side, you have this Kunkka who's barely even laning. On the other side, you have a Clock that's solo getting kills. He's level 5 already, having a blast on this lane. And the fact that he's solo killing and solo laning makes it possible for Lina to just rotate anywhere that she wants to and get work done across the map.
It just feels like Vici understand the aggression they can put out with the supports better, right? Like, there is kill potential, but it is a little bit curbed if you're PandaS because you did take this silencer.
You know what I think? I think that their safe lane is incredibly weak. This dual lane that they have drafted for themselves, Spectre plus Silencer, is just a weak dual lane, and that's pretty much it. When you're playing a Spectre, usually you need something that can either sustain her all the way through, like a Warlock, something that just sits behind.
Or you just bring way more heroes to the lane and get them a few kills. However, Xiao Yu is TPing right in front of them. Avalanche will be there in time. However, look how else is here. Ori won't run in. Snaking almost died to that.
He might be...
No, one tick more it was needed.
That's bottle, so he's fine.
And PandaS say that is a great shrine usage. This is how we build team relationships, okay?
Yeah, you huddle
up
that shrine, you sing some songs. Sounds about right.
They're not drunk while doing so, as Meander's not a level 6 yet. He needs to get Ghost Ship quick. That's when they can just get ultra aggressive with their ganks, right? It's kind of how Legion works, where you can start, as the offlaner, rotate towards the mid. In fact, that seems to be one of the biggest highlights we can talk about what offlaners do in the first 10 minutes usually, right? You get 6, Axe with phase boots will even run mid.
Top lane, Ori is left behind on his own, but he has sticks, he has Shadow Wave.
It's like, guys, here's the reinforcements. Disruption, LSA. Well, MV, Brawl felt this already, and now it's your turn. They'll chase him down, they'll be able to finish him off. Meander needs to be careful because he's next on the hit list. Might be double meal for Ori. However, Snaking moves in. Avalanche toss under the tower. Torrent is there. The beautiful combo timing. Kunkka still goes down, but Dazzle will die in response.
-2.
And PYW just about manages to TP out alive.
Yeah, Xiao Yu, he's rotating in. He has that hookshot to work with, so he could take down AUI, especially now when Snaking TP.
Oh, hits the creeps. It's close enough, though. Now he questioning where the hell his teammates just get went.
They're porting in.
A little bit too late to come back and save him. Maybe no, the Torrent keeps him alive. X will drag him away from Aoi, and Aoi is about to get even smarter, as if the genius himself needs more.
-2, there we go. 6 intelligence stolen for AUI. Pretty good.
Very calculated.
Yeah, I mean, that stun, it didn't connect on to Silencer, and because of that, he misses the kill. If it connects, he has enough damage to take him down before the teammates come in. Also, just he didn't have vision on him, so that was a problem, I guess, too.
That's one of the things why some teams maybe don't like the Clockwork as much at the moment, because it is a hard commitment type hero. It's not like a Beastmaster that primal rules from afar, and you can walk away if it goes wrong. Once you're in with the hook shot, you're in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, you bottom lane.
Moving on the bot. PYW should be an easy cleanup. LSA to try and make sure that Envy doesn't get the kill, but he'll still get that final hit.
Yeah, it's decent for Envy to join these skirmishes early on like this to get a couple of kills.
The skirmish on the mid, by the way. Eurus is here with the Chrono. They know where Moon's going to go back to here. He comes in with the boat just to try and clear out the creeps. They're going to banish him, though, to try and stop him from being sent back. He will get out in time, though.
But they are sending 4 heroes on this mid lane. Dazzle,
moving in. Eurus, he wanted it. They're a little bit too far away, and Clockwork spots that out with the flare. You still need to respect the Chrono. They just desperately want this tower. They have got the catapult coming in as well.
They have everyone here right now. It's not even only the Chrono, it's the Clockwork that rotates in. But my question is, who's farming? Well, this
Envy is.
Envy is, but no one from the side of Vici Gaming. However,
Xiao Yu catches him out with a hook shot. And that'll secure the push for the tier 1 mid. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they trade. Envy does continue to farm up. Net worth-wise, not looking too shabby on this Spectre. It's actually Brawl who is topping everyone in the net worth chart right now, though.
This trade, bottom tier 1 for mid tier 1, definitely benefits Vici Gaming more. However, they wasted so much time on their cores around there that Void just wasn't farming. He does have that Midas completed. He just needs the courier to send it to him.
It took him like an extra minute and a half to actually get the remaining gold. Like, he was at 1600.
Yeah, and it's not a bad timing.
No. It just went from a really, really good timing to a kind of
solid
average or subpar.
Yeah, 11 minutes mark with the power threads, it's all right. Especially if you consider just how hard they shut down Moon Meander on that bottom lane. Moon is struggling quite hard in this game as he has one bracer in phases.
If only he had 2 braces right now.
2 bracers are the dream. That's what you aim for.
Well, he's going to be dreaming of a big kill here as there's smoke rotating towards top on Euros, but his carry senses are tingling. Something's not right around here. And that's why DY is here to protect him if need be. Now he has vision.
They have global silence as well to work with.
Snaking coming in with the haste. Torrent connects on the 2. Avalanche full up, looking good as well. Global silence going to be used. Now the boat coming through. Maybe a little bit too late. They'll drag back on the 1, but Void, he's still alive. Disruption just in case will protect him. The Purge comes out, and now Moon Meander's the one in trouble, as he will forfeit his life along with their big global silence.
They do take down mid-tier 1, so that's something. Leshrac, Bryle, he wasn't there to dish out that extra amount of damage that was necessary to take down Void because he was taking down the mid-tier 1. So an objective taken nonetheless, and yeah, global was used, some big spells committed, but overall a fair trade, I think, for fighting PandaS.
Oversnaking dying won't be so good. Hookshot catches him out, pushes him back into the river, and with the poison touch on top of him, death is an inevitability.
Zhao Yu really played that well. He hooks and then cogs him away from himself, pushes him towards Dazzle, basically cogging him away. Firstly, he takes his mana. Second, it prevents him from tossing Clockwork out. So,
and thirdly, he takes his life.
Yeah, you can't cog the Tiny.
No, it's just like, get the hell away from me. See you later. You want to get those double cogs between him. And now look at Zhao Yu. He's going for that Spirit Vessel Rush. It's perfect in this type of game as well.
It's such a good item for Clockwork, right? It also gives you that Vitality booster, which boosts your HP, boosts your Vitality, as the name says. And as a Clockwork, you get a lot of charges because you're very active. You need to be very active across the map. And so far, he has done exactly that. 3 kills, 3 deaths, 3 assists.
Definitely making some good plays for them so far. And PYW is getting ever closer to that Aether Lens being complete. At which stage, this Clockwork doesn't have to kind of do these awkward cogs sometimes. He's just setting up every time for the Lina.
Yeah, look at Dire. They're taking this Radiant side of the map really well.
The stacks.
The stacks, this is the second time they've taken them. However, Envy has to be really careful about his farming patterns. If your whole team is in the Radiant jungle and you don't see anyone from Vici Gaming there, that means that they're around top. However, Spectre is a difficult kill for them to take at the moment.
No, and Euros is going to be elsewhere farming. He's still holding that Chrono. He's going for the Maelstrom next, so nothing out of the ordinary for the Void. And they have got DY just shoving out the most dangerous lane, as you can easily do with the Shadow Poison. There's definitely a fixation for PandaS to try and find pickoffs and just try and slow down the farm by invading the Radiant jungle in this game. And of course, that leaves the entire Dire jungle to Envy.
And he's having a blast. Envy 2.5k net worth moving towards the Radiance. This Radiance is really good in the current match because versus Void it's amazing, versus Lina, Shadow Demon and Dazzle more than so because you just make them run. Dazzle is good when it comes to sustain, but these supports are a bit on a squishier side. I think it's on Vici Gaming to get as much sustain as possible, as fast as possible, and then once that haunt is popped, keep calm and just heal up through it. Stick together, heal up through it so that the Desolate doesn't take you out as well.
Keep calm and heal up. Good advice. There is a lot of anarchy that PandaS have though, right? The Shrek, all that AoE.
Spectre, Envy.
Well, I was about to say the Horn, but it's not good if you can't get it. He's going to actually escape towards the Shadow Demon. DY will stand his ground though because that's right on top of a shrine. He couldn't get the Purge, but he won't get the second poison either. So Envy limps away, barely alive.
Yeah, he actually will survive through all of this. That one Shadow Poison
the hunting
taken down.
They got the Rocket Flare, but Aoi, he scouts it out. Wasn't needed at that point, but he was just trying to escape.
Kunkka is around too. Moon Meander might be scouted
Poison?
out. Oh,
no, it didn't clip him.
It didn't clip him. He moves to the right and TPs away. And it's really important for EE to have survived that. As remember, he is building towards that Radiance. That right there could have crippled him. Then again, Shadow Demon, he was so close at using that Purge.
Yeah, you saw him. He was mid-wind-up. He's like, I'm going for the dunk. And no.
Lost vision.
Someone tapped his elbow. He dropped the ball.
It's good for Envy to react so fast too. Like so many players on that mid lane would think twice about using ulti to escape. Mid lane,
it's
Ori.
a gamble, for sure. Boat coming in. Ori a little bit out of position. Will pay a price for it. Global silence. The DY can't save his life now.
Really good follow-up by the global. You have to itemize against it too. Dazzle, it will be a little bit easier for Ori once he gets that Guardian Greaves up.
Yeah, that's why it was a perfect gank time. Just short when he had it. And I'd like that they throw out the global silence like that, because you don't have the Haunt anymore, right? So you don't have that maximum impact from the two together.
Yeah, you don't have the Haunt, and you don't pretty much have the damage to make these pickoffs, unless you're going on them with the global silence.
Yeah, and you're going to get to the stage probably next time, actually. They'll probably have the Radiance for the next Haunt fight, and they'll have the global silence. At that stage, it's pure anarchy for Vici.
Maybe they won't have it for the next fight, because it's Vici on the smoke and they're hunting. Faceless Void leading the charge, and he has that Chronosphere to work with, so this is a pretty good idea that they've got, and Spectre would be pretty much the perfect kill for them.
They're eyeing it up. Moving in right now, Envy. Are those senses tingling? Probably, but the hook shot is there, and it's a little bit too late. They'll jump in right now. They need to actually get in, so they could go for the opportunity to bash him up, and he's just dead.
Not even Chrono was used there.
No. He thought about it for a sec. He's like, wait, we have a Spirit Vessel. What do we care about this guy anymore?
That's what's so amazing. By the way, Clockwork going towards Aghanims next, so he wants to be hooking all the time. I expected them to get perhaps some pipe on someone, but no.
Probably Dazzle, right?
He's going for Midas, which is very interesting. Midas on Dazzle used to be picked up all the time when he got bad Juju initially, because it would just allow you to get so much farm early on. However,
still can, but there's better items now. Meander in a bit of trouble. The cogs are on him. The boat is coming in though. Spirit Vessel's hurting a little bit, gets him down to half HP now. Maybe there's a turnaround. Stun is whiffed, but Meander survives.
I think it's cool that he... I'm not the biggest fan of Midas right now overall as an item, but I think it's fine on Dazzle because you have, what, cooldown reduction of 38%?
Yeah, you got it to level 2. It's also, you're worried that you're creating a single core lineup and you fall off, while when you look on the side of PandaS, they have Leshrac and Spectre. Speaking of Leshrac.
And you still have Greaves, right? So
yeah, they might make a move top. Look at this. They'd have the damage to kill off Eurus here.
+1, perhaps. Spectre does have that Haunt and Relic.
Jump in, Avalanche, toss. There's the jump in with the Haunt and the Global Silence just to make sure he's dead.
He was dead though, right?
I think so. I think that Global Silence was like as he fell to the ground dead.
Yeah, he was pretty much dead, but the Global Silence to make like things sure.
You're like, I'm not going to use this in the next 2 minutes. Let me just press this button.
Exactly. If you already use that Haunt, you probably won't be using Global anyway, so it's still a good play by Aoi. But realistically, you could have saved that Global.
Yes. You're just thinking, where does Vici want to fight?
Oh, missed hook.
Hook shot, just a bit off the mark. But Aoi, he walks close enough for the poison touch. However, the cogs should stop the chase. They're still running. They won't dive.
Vici Gaming just missed everything they could there.
Hey, they didn't miss a chrono yet, okay?
They missed LSA, they missed hookshot, then they missed the cogs. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but AUI is like, alright, I guess I'll live this time.
He's just checking his pulse right now. Am I alive? I am. It must be this brace Ray built. Still needs to get himself another one. Then maybe another one. Snaking, however, is going for that 4-staff. Definitely the perfect game for it, right, against the Clockwork.
4-staff is amazing for them this game. It's definitely an item that they should pick up.
It's hard not to bait yourself into going like the right-click tiny as well, right? Like you got your blink, like I could go for an Echo Save, I could go for an Ags, but that's not what you're about. It's all about the Spectre and the Leshrac.
Yeah, when you have Spectre Lash, you don't truly have to, as a position for Tiny, just bring utility and mobility to your teammates, and that's good enough.
Purge, DY, went pretty deep. The Silence is going to hit onto him now, trying to move in. He can't get the Chrono. No, the Yule stops him from being able to do so. Split follow-up, time dilation out, but he's dying. Disruption saves his life for the moment. Envy has gone deep on this. Nice Light Strike array, but he needs to move away. Thinks about going in for the Chrono again, and he will, but Tiny, they blow everything on him. Moving across now onto Envy. Going to get him low enough maybe to bring him down, but the X drags him back. LSA connects onto 2. Kunkka, he still hasn't used the boat just yet. Pipe to try and keep Envy healthy, but he's running low on HP. In the meantime, they'll bring down Shadow Demon. They will still lose Envy. How can they make them pay for this, though? Boat into Void. Has the Time Walk. Shallow Grave to protect, but the Split Earth is stunning him up. He'll finally move away, but they're still on top of him. Chasing him. Braille has got the damage to bring him down. Hookshot is there. Saves the day. Xiao Yu, turnaround with the LSA. Should be good enough to bring them down. And Xiao Yu clutches it for his team in the last second and ensures there's a team wipe for PandaS.
Man, sustain, sustain, sustain. That's what Vici Gaming is all about. That's what this meta is all about. And that's the reason why Void survives. he played that really cautiously, like really well. The way he moves back, uses that chrono, because Shadow Demon saves him, right? Shadow saves as well are very important at the moment. Disruption on the Void, he moves back, he uses that chrono on Spectre, Envy dies, then they chase the Void. I think then they chase the Void, use the boat, use the torrent, but there's a Grave from Dazzle, allows him to Void Walk. Then there's another Greaves from Dazzle, another heal from Dazzle, Dazzle, like he just won them that team fight. But I just have to say, I'm curious why Moon didn't use that boat a little bit earlier.
Yes.
Like at the beginning of the fight, if you have 3 heroes chronoed, I mean, okay, he couldn't use it in that.
But straight after, it's like Envy could have fought if you have that boat there, or Envy at least lives.
If you have the Rum on you and you have Radiance, you can definitely go and make things happen. You can perhaps even fight them out, but...
Maybe he'd been drinking the rum to himself a little bit on the side. He did get hit by the LSA, but I think there was a small window where you maybe get a ghost ship out before that. But as a result, not able to take a good fight. They will smoke and instantly go, though, because the beautiful thing is you do have a low cooldown on that Kunkka.
They have all their ultimates as well. It's not only the Kunkka. You have Radiance on Spectre plus Haunt.
And you know they don't have the Chrono anymore. They got in 25, though, so you have to be quick for this. And, uh-oh. Well, DY just broke the smoke. We'll hit the X. Hook shot in, though. Looking on the Mumianda just to zone him away. He'll even throw out the boat. Not that it'll do any good.
That boat was a little bit interesting. But, yeah, maybe mid lane, he's stunned.
Uh-oh. This isn't good for him. Spirit Vessel's going to come out. Poison Touch touches him. And it turns out that's actually a touch of death. As the Laguna smashes into his face and ensures the kill for Xiao Yu.
Yeah, Moon gets a bit too greedy there. Goes to the mid lane to outpush that one wave. And pays the price. Unfortunate for fighting PandaS, because they have everything they need to go and fight right now. They had all their ultimates, both was expanded, but you had Global, you have Spectre's ulti. That's what matters. And you should be fighting right now before there's an item that helps Void deal with the Global. And guess what? That item is coming up. He will have the BKB for the next
fight, as well as a Chrono. It just feels like this is the critical moment you need Moon to be performing at his best, right? He needs to be connecting with these boat opportunities. He needs to be there with the clutch saves. He's built a pipe for these sort of purposes. But they're just unable to fight. And now with that BKB being online, how do you match up against this Void?
It will be difficult. He still doesn't dish out that crazy amount of damage, but he will be able to survive and use his Chronosphere without anyone being without it being necessary for fighting PandaS to save him.
That's the thing. Sustain, saves, mentioned them before.
Yep. Vici Gaming definitely abundant in that matter. You have the Dazzle, you have the Shadow Demon.
And things will calm down for a moment. No one is eyeing up Roros just yet. It is still sitting there, almost just screaming, "Take me" at this stage. The problem is PandaS. Could you really... I don't feel like they could take it if they went in right now. They need so much time to bring it down.
I don't think you go for it necessarily on both sides.
Yeah.
I think it's all about map control and where you want to be playing, where you want to be moving. It's a little bit easier for fighting PandaS, as you have Envy on one side, you know, and he can always haunt and join the fight. So out-pushing is a bit easier.
It's just a case of like neither team has Solar Crest yet either, because Dazzle, he's not even thinking about that. He's going for that pipe we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that pipe will be really good for them. The cooldown reduction on pipe is just amazing, being able to use it all the time.
Also, Clock almost has the Ags complete. 700 gold out. This is getting to a point where it's a well, I feel like it's already been the Xiao Yu show again, and it's going to be the same case this time around. Take the Shaker away, but he's making the plays of the Clockwork still.
He has created a lot of space. He has done many good things for his teammates, but remember, you are still playing versus a Spectre. Even though you have ways of dealing with her, eventually Spectre becomes a big problem. And Envy, he's had a decent game, 11k net worth, moving towards his Manta now too. Is surrounded by his teammates who have smoked up, but Void.
Moon. X. Boat's coming in as well. Eurus does have that BKB. Won't use it just yet. The disruption's there to save him. Envy. Soul Catch does a lot of damage. Stun follow up as well with Laguna. Yo, Avalanche trying to save his life. Eurus with the BKB activate. Will be able to bring down Envy though. And now do you keep going? They're going to X. They're going to try and be a nuisance, but the LSA comes out. Buyback. Horn jumping in. Envy. He knows they can fight. No BKB to protect him. Now, Clockwork goes down. 50 seconds on the sideline. Dazzle chased on 2 next. Avalanche going to be there.
No.
Disruption save. Chrono comes in. He did press R, though. Leshrac has got the damage going out, and Eurus has to run away. He can't follow through on this. Now, PYW escaping to the north. They leave someone behind, though. Dazzle, Shallow Grave to protect himself for a few more seconds, but will fall inevitably. And in the tree line, DY might get found. Gets out just in time. Snaking could not get close enough to toss him up. Yeah. However, Eurus, he's not home. They see him with a ward.
He does have a TP, though, to work with, so he can use Time Walk and TP away.
Yeah, too late for him to catch.
Maybe catches him. Overall, I just... didn't you find that last fight very interesting? Because they go on Void. There's no way you kill him. He has BKB. You can't stun lock him in that situation, and you can't global silence for that. He keeps that BKB for after the disruption has gone off. He uses the BKB, goes on Envy, doesn't even use Chrono. That whole engagement, he wasn't using the Chrono before he killed Envy. They take him down, then they start the retreat because Envy bought back, right? And then it's on fighting PandaS to do some good stuff. Even though that Chrono catches Envy, catches multiple heroes, Snaking wasn't caught. And he goes from behind, he catches Dazzle and tosses him into the Chronosphere on one of the heroes so that Dazzle can't sustain the Void, who was supposed to be hitting heroes in the Chronosphere. Really well played by both of these teams overall. I think Vici Gaming may be coming out on top just because of the fact that EE had to buy back for that. And they did take down Ori, but I believe they needed to get something more out of it.
Yeah, you can definitely see that's one of those kind of, you can imagine it's the MV cool, right? He's like saying, I have buyback. You're like, what? You're on 1. You shouldn't be using your buyback for a fight like this. He's like, guys, I have Horn. These are big BKBs right now. We need to make sure that we burn Eurus's BKB charges as quickly as possible. And while the play doesn't pay off as much as they wanted, in terms of his net worth, it didn't really change much as he got the gold back that he spent there, and he still picked up his Yasha.
Yeah, it's something that bots have taught us. You can spend buybacks like that early on, and when you're a Spectre, definitely it's one of the strategic aspects that are unlocked to you of this game. Basically, as a Spectre, you can afford to die and you're instantly back in the game. Buyback, use Haunt, you're back into the fight.
And now, Vici are going to be into the pit.
Let's see. They have actually completed Aghanims on PUI. Like, he has that Aghanims on the Lina. And they have the Aghanims on Clock.
Yeah. And now they use that Aghanims to hook shot into Snaking, but the 4-staff gets him away. That did interrupt their Roche, though. A little bit bloodthirsty from Vici Gaming. They'll turn their attention back towards the pit, though. Now, you do have the Horn. You do have the Global Silence. I don't think we're going to get a 50-50 play here, though.
50-50. I'm always down for some 50-50. Snaking, perhaps. He can do it. Come on, jump in, jump in.
Oh, if he got the kill with the tree there.
Oh.
Hook shot. A little bit off the mark. That's okay. It's low cooldown now. You don't care.
With that Aghanims, what is it, 12 seconds cooldown? Again, they go on Void.
Same place as well. Eurus going to be dragged back. Refuse to give out that BKB. Now the Shallow Grave goes out. They horn in. Hook shot into the back line. Look on the silence. That gets the global out in time, though. And Staking causing anarchy alongside Brawl. They chase in. Look on the Shadow Demon. No save for you. And now Dazzle scared away. They don't want to fight anymore, but the X is there. Eurus dragged back. Pipe to try and protect him. Going to get him low, though. Time walk down to low ground. Staking hit up the time dilation. Buyback from the Shadow Demon. Trying to get in a fight. And the Laguna just shotguns him out. Moon Meander. Time dilation is still slowing him up. And the LSA with a hook shot is enough to ensure that he will fall as well.
They take down 2. Global has been committed, also the Haunt, so they can straight go for the high ground, perhaps. Let's see, they do have a lot of sustain. You have the pipe on the Dazzle, you have the Greaves. BKB never used by Void in that whole engagement.
Because Ori got the pipe off before having to run away. It was beautifully done.
The pipe, the Grave as well. And the thing is, Global Silence doesn't work versus Dazzle anymore because of the Greaves. So he just pops them and Shallow Graves the Void, so Void doesn't have to use BKB. Just perfect.
Hook shot in. He doesn't have Global Silence, but they'll still annoy him, and now the buyback comes out from Kunkka. They'll get out of the base. Light Striker ready to cover the escape. Avalanche, Laking needs some reinforcements, tosses one back. Looking for the target. The stun follow-up is good. Clockwork in trouble. Now the Chrono connects onto all of them. They're in trouble here. Tiny's already dead, and they will follow suit as they lose the Spectre. They'll lose Brawl as well. Moon Meander is going to die back here. The boat won't save his life. And Eurus, he waits until the prime moment with the BKB and ensures that they obliterate the side of PandaS.
That's a wipe right there that we've got. 2 buybacks on the side of fighting PandaS. But it's just the Silencer and the Lash.
That's all they got.
Yeah, that's all they got. No one else has buyback.
They don't even get the Aegis off him either, Liz. Vici aren't going to leave.
At least he used BKB this time. You forced the BKB.
It's down to 8 seconds now. If you could if you could multiply your buildings by 10 as PandaS, you have a chance here.
They're playing a mini game. Let's keep Void's BKB as long as possible.
He's probably Eurus is probably sitting there and he's wondering the whole while, why did I build a BKB so quick? And that was the reason, right there, because you catch 4 people in a chrono. Would have been 5 if Tiny hadn't already died.
Straight towards the bottom lane to fight, and it's just difficult for fighting PandaS to get a good pick off in this game because of Dazzle, because of Shadow Demon. I believe that fight around the river was decent for them, but it wasn't good enough. Like Leshrac and Tiny snaking together with Lash, they go from behind, they dish out so much damage, they separate the fight in 2. Braille dishes like a lot of damage as his Lash, but it just isn't enough as you have too much sustain. This whole patch is just about sustain, sustain, sustain.
No, it's definitely looking like you've got these cute, I won't call them cute combos, and oh, a cute boy has been found in his jungle. Xiao Yu will leave though. It turns out Moomanda X'd himself.
Yeah, we saw that happening so many times recently, right?
Yeah, usually it was, what was it, Ori Yules yesterday?
Yules on yourself, X mark on yourself.
It happens. Jump in, Eurus, hook shot through as well. Moomanda force-stuffing him away, snaking, trying to keep him alive. Light strike around the side. Leshrac, the target, bashed up straight away. Yules to protect himself. The boat's coming in, does stun onto the void. Global silence. Bryle trying to actually get the damage out. Diabolic Edict going to chase through. Split up, not on the mark with the BKB. Eurus using another big charge. Will follow through. Shallow Grave keeps PYW up. Hook shot across. Looking on the silencer now. He'll finally go. No, Disruption keeps Leader alive. But you know who is dying? The Panda boys. The GG comes out. The Haunt will do nothing to ensure that they stay in this game. And Vici obliterate Panda 2-0.
2-0 right there. Kunkka only one left alive, the dieback from the Spectre in the end. They give it their best. Like even the Spectre, I think they realize that they can't take these fights